Black 20. I'm Lola Bakare, and I am so excited to join you today and celebrate this wonderful theme that IMA has put together around the year of reinvention. What could be more relevant to 2020? For over 15 years, I've been on the front lines of marketing leadership, like all of you, at some of the world's most beloved brands. Today, with my company Bco, I work closely with ambitious marketers like yourselves and empower them and their teams to take advantage of my strategic and external perspective while they're focused on all of the demands, which you all know so intimately, of the day-to-day when you're leading a marketing team. In the spirit of making an external perspective your strategic advantage, let's talk about your opportunity to maximize the movement in this year of reinvention like we've never known before. In his book, Conscious Capitalism, John Mackey, co-founder and co-CEO of Whole Foods, suggests that the wonderful thing about thinking in a conscious way about business is that it allows all of us to have positive impacts across multiple dimensions for all of our stakeholders. And this is a very simple concept that, if you think about it, can lead you to a move that's going to maximize the movement. You're going to leave today with this simple framework, the RAZOR framework, RSR, that allows you to make these kind of moves for your business. And after we're done talking, I'm confident you're going to see examples of this everywhere. And what you're going to see in a couple case studies we'll go through is that it's really easy, shockingly, because this is why we're all here, to miss the R. So let's look at NASCAR. This summer, I was happy to see NASCAR ban the Confederate flag. As a Black woman, I think it was the right thing to do. But what NASCAR didn't do, although they made this really wonderfully socially impactful move, had a great impact on their reputation, they didn't tie it to revenue. They didn't launch ad campaigns that actively and intentionally reach out to new audiences who haven't been part of their market share before. They didn't have any sort of special events that celebrated that move. But that would be the way to turn that awesome, socially impactful, and reputationally impactful move into a max move for NASCAR. So now let's talk about a brand that may have missed the mark. And that's Uber. Recently, Uber launched a platform called Right to Move, and most people aren't talking about it because they wrapped it in something that wasn't quite a max move, which was a campaign where the message was, if you tolerate racism, delete your account. It sounds sexy, it sounds provocative, but what feels a little opportunistic is that it's also a way to take back the delete Uber hashtag from something that didn't look so positive for them a few years ago. If you look at the agency who worked on this website, it also feels to me a little like someone got influenced by an agency who was doing something that matched their brand and their identity, but doesn't really feel authentic for Uber. Max moves are all about authenticity, and if Right to Move had been launched the way it should, maybe it would have also protected the revenue impact goal by not kicking drivers off of a platform or inviting drivers to leave a platform that are part of their business model. So, moving on to how you bounce back from max moves that didn't quite work out or attempts, this whole idea of being canceled is really just more of what I like to call a moment where you're called for conversation. Your cancel moment is nothing but a moment. If you get it wrong, have a conversation with your consumers and fix it. Papa John's is a great example of a brand that came back from being canceled. After some unfortunate comments were made on an earnings call, they launched the Papa John's Voices campaign, which was focused on reconnecting with their consumers by showing that this is a brand that enables people of color, diverse communities, to have a business that allows them to support their family. They actually featured diverse franchisees in the creative. Maximizing the movement is all about authenticity. If Uber would have just come out with the message, Right to Move, about how everyone has a right to move on their platform, that would have been the move to make. So don't try too hard when you're making a max move. It's all about being authentic. And here's the last thing. As you get back to work and this conference is over, remember that maximizing the movement is about igniting growth inclusively. It's about leading with authenticity, and it's about navigating this moment in a way that makes a positive impact for all of your stakeholders on multiple dimensions.